Hey, it's Michael, and today I am reviewing kind of a frivolous little thing. It's an LED light show projector, and this is it right here. It's plastic, it's very simple in operation, but I think it's really cool, especially going to be great for kids' rooms, kids' bedrooms particularly. Be kind of a nice night light for them, but it's also great for kids at heart, kind of like me, because I think it's kind of cool. So basically what this is a very lightweight plastic body, and inside are 4 LEDs. There's 4 different designs. There's various star shapes, and it's also colored LEDs. And basically this has 4 different projected patterns that it'll put on its wall. Now, depending on how far away this is from the wall or ceiling that you're projecting it onto, will determine how wide of an area it'll cover. But I'm probably about 8 or 9 feet away from the wall, and as you'll see in just a moment, this projects a very wide pattern. So I would say the pattern is probably at least 14 feet wide, and again, it depends how far away you are from the wall. So there's basically a whole bunch of lenses on this plastic cover here, and so that's what that's what makes the pattern display in such a wide area. Now, this is powered by USB. It comes with a USB-C cable, which is probably about 6 feet long, maybe a little longer. And then you've got 2 buttons to control the operation of it. The button closest to the USB-C is basically the on-off button. It's a multifunction button, and every time you press it, once it's on, it's going to cycle through the 4 different patterns that it gets displayed. And then a 5th press will turn the unit off. Once the unit is on and on one of the patterns, if you push the other button and hold it for a second or so, you will notice that the lights flash rapidly a few times, and that means that you have invoked a 30-minute timer, and then the light will turn off automatically after 30 minutes. That's why it's great for kids' bedrooms at night. Now, if you push that same button again, that will cancel the timer, and you'll know that it's canceled because the lights will flash slowly about 2 times just to let you know that you've turned that timer off. Now, if the timer is on and you change the pattern to something else, that will also cancel the timer. So you need to start the timer again if you wanted to do it that way. And when the timer is running, if you just push that timer button once, that will cancel the timer too. So that's about it. It has a little base here, so if you put it on a table, it'll point towards the wall, or you can place it right on its back and it'll point towards the ceiling. And they also have a little keyhole on the back, so if you put a small screw in your wall, you'd be able to attach this to a wall, and that would be very easy to adjust the height of it that way. One thing I do want to mention is this is not waterproof, so obviously it's for indoor use. Now, having said that, you could use it outside on a patio if you wanted to, as long as it wasn't overly humid, or if this were prevented from getting splashed by rain or something like that. But otherwise, this is really intended for indoor use only. Now, they do not provide a AC power adapter, so if you don't have one, you'll have to get one. But let's face it, we all probably have at least one, if not more, for our smartphones, tablets, and other USB powered devices. What I like about this little thing is it can also be powered from a power bank, and that's how I'm going to be showing you the demonstration, and let's do that right now. Alright, so I do have a fairly dim room now. I've got 2 big windows to the right. One of them, the curtains are open, the other one, the curtains are closed. So you can see how bright this actually is, even when you've got a fairly good amount of light coming in through your windows. So I'm going to turn this on, and this is the default mode that it goes into. Now, this has 4 different modes, and I will cycle through them now. So this is the default mode, and you can see they are sort of sequentially blinking on and off. And here we go to the second mode. Now, mode number 3. And this is the 4th mode. So there's 4 different patterns, 4 different shaped stars that flash on and off, and then one more press, it's just going to turn it off. Now if I turn it back on again and I press and hold that on-off button, if I just continuously hold it, it's going to cycle through the different brightness levels. And you can just stop at the one you want. So that's dim, medium, a little brighter. That's the brightest right there. So just stop at the one you want, and that's the brightest level. Alternatively, you can press and hold the button for 1 second, and it will go to the next level, and then you can just let go. So that's the dimmest setting right there. Now the other button, when you press and hold the other button, it's going to engage a 30-second timer. And when it stutters like that, when it flashes on and off rapidly, very fast, that means you've entered the 30-minute timer mode. Now if you were to change the pattern to something else, that would reset the timer, and that would actually cancel the timer, and you would have to re-engage the timer again by pressing and holding the other button. And then when it flashes rapidly like that, the timer has been reset. You can also cancel that timer just by pushing that same button a single time. And that rapid flash there means that the timer has been canceled. And it will just stay on until you literally turn the device off. So I think this is a cool little thing. I wish it were a little heavier weight because it's very, very lightweight, and so the simplest bump makes it slide around, and it would feel a little more substantial if it had a little more weight in it. But it's a very simple device and it works well, and I just think it's kind of cool. If you have any questions about it, leave me a comment. I'll answer it if I can. Hey, and I'd like to invite you to subscribe to my channel and make sure you click that bell, because that way you'll get instant notifications whenever I post new videos or tutorials. Thanks again for watching, guys. Stay safe and healthy. We'll catch you next time.